All right. So I'm here on this podcast. I'm your host, and I'm not in my regular spot. So the co-hosts and all my other hosts are not here. Decepticons ain't here. Uh, Macho Man, Fred not here. Nobody ain't here. The co-host not here. But I do have a guest, and I don't introduce my guest. I most of the time I let them introduce yourself. So go ahead and tell them who you are.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, my name is Carl McCann. I am actually the new GM of the semi-pro team Burlington Thoroughbreds, located in Burlington City, New Jersey. I'm also assistant coach of one of the Burlington Township Falcons, seventh grade travel team.
Okay, so first I wanted to say like when so I don't know. In my recollection of you, I thought you was the football guy.
Nah, I mean, I tried to play football. I played for 1 year, but I was more so a basketball and actually baseball guy. At West, I played baseball for 2 years. Played basketball at West as well. But yeah, I was more of a basketball. I remember I was real thin.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know my memory. I just remember you on the football team. I ain't really remember. Well, I ain't come to school too much at a certain point, so so I can't really, you know what I mean. At a certain point, I wasn't even there to be able to be saying who's on what team. But I just remember you as football. But anyway, so I brought you in here because I go on Facebook and I like to see people from my childhood and I like to see success stories instead of like the bullshit that I normally see on there. I don't like to
Yeah,
see my peas. I don't like to see the free my niggas. I don't like to see, all of that kind of stuff. So when I see somebody doing positive things and I see something that's that catches my eye, I'm like, okay, maybe this is somebody I want to interview. And I know you like wrestling, and I see you wrestling both, and I watch you a lot. I see you in your suits and stuff. I said, oh, my man got a good job. He wears suits, you know what I mean, and all that. But then when I saw you post, GM of the Thoroughbreds, I'm like, wait a minute, this is something that we gotta promote. This is something that we gotta talk about. You know what I mean? So, so the ABA is back. Or did they never go away? Like, what's up with that?
yeah. The ABA never went away. It's the one owner that used to be from Indiana, but he still has the league. So my um, my owner, her name is Rashana Johnson. She owns the team. She started in 2022. This is her fourth year actually having a professional semi-pro team. She and she always promotes community service, being the best basketball player you can be, also being a good business person. And so when I actually joined up, um, I joined up this year around June. We known each other for a couple of years. We actually worked together at a mortgage company like some years back. So when I seen her uh, working at doing the ABA thing and having her own team, I said I'll come support. So this year she just happened to ask me. She was like, "Can you help out with the team?" I said, "Yeah, I can help out with the team because I've been coaching for like 20 years in Burlington Township. So I've been doing my thing here, been giving back at any way I can. And when she asked me, I said, "Yeah, I'll work out." And then here we are now.
Oh man! And so where I'm confused because I'm like, where? So are they like the teams that go and play like the Harlem Globetrotters or something? I'm just confused at the fact that I didn't really like this league is not promoted or something. Like, well, like I'm
Well,
confused as to how come I didn't know that the ABA was still around, like games were still going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's a bunch of different things that we don't play the Harlem Globetrotters. It's actually about maybe like between 200 to 300 teams across the country, but all of them play like their own region. So we actually play from Connecticut down to Virginia, and that's our quadrant there. Uh, but yeah, when I first heard about it, actually I heard about it like 2 years ago. I didn't know they existed either until I met back up with Sana, And she was like, "Yeah, I own the team." I was like, "What team is this?" And she's like, "Yeah, Burlington Thorobreds. She's a part of the ABA." I'm like, "They still?" And I was just like you. I'm like, "They still around?" And she's like, "Yeah." So we linked up. Yeah, they're still going strong. We play other ABA teams. It's kind of like like the back history how they had the ABA and then they merged with the NBA. But the core owners of the ABA is still around. So they just run leagues here and there for people across the country. And what happens here is um, we're affiliate with the G with what actually G League the Delaware Blue Coats. So we do things for them. We like usually like last year we were actually playing games before their game started, and actually sometimes before the Sixers started as well.
Okay, so wow, I'm amazed by that. So y'all don't have. So how does that really work as far as like? Now I ain't saying I'm going to feed up. I'm just saying like, can you be like? Are you like a player coach still, or is it like older guys, or who you getting on that team? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm past that stage now, but there can be there are like some player coaches. They're they're GMs and they're coaches at the same time. Basically, look for is players 18 and over. That like either like like they might have some professional experience. They could just be looking for opportunities. Uh, and we go scouting. I was scouting in college. I was talking to college teams. I was talking to players like from other organizations that they might play like the MBDL or some like a couple players that played overseas. That just looking for opportunity to play here and further grow their game, and then uh, hopefully they move on within the next year or two, move on to maybe a G League or maybe to the NBA or something of that nature. That's our goal. But we're anywhere from 18 and over. If you the oldest player I think we have right now, he's 34, um, and he's still active and still does his thing. So he's real good. But yeah, you could be if you're good at 46 or something like that, and you still you ball. You look at it, we'll put you on. Yeah, me, I'm like I just rather be on the GM side. I'll look at you and tell you what you're doing. I ain't running up and down the court no more like that.
Yeah, that 34-year-old, do he still got them dreams and aspirations of NBA, or he knows that time is past?
Yeah, he has like dreams, aspirations of probably making it like hopefully he'll get another shot like overseas or things of that nature. Um, it, and that's where some of the players like we had one player that just came back. He was in Israel and just came back and he was one of the last cuts. So we signed him to the team here. But yeah, most of these players are just looking for this opportunity to grow their skills and get paid for the skills. Like there's a bunch of leagues out here. Like I'll say like the Playmore League and things of that nature where you pay to play. Well, in this instance, we're paying you to play. So and that's what majority of people are looking for. They're looking for these opportunities, like do what they love, make some money, like get their name out there, and then go from there. So anything's possible. Like if someone's looking at them, and it could be like from Blue Coats or for any G League or NBA, if he's playing well enough, and they're looking at him, they're like, hey, you want to look, give him a shot. So that's what he's looking for right now. Like basically, I think he just wants to see if he can go back overseas.
Now, so y'all don't do. So there's not no trial. Because I remember when Slam Ball came out, and I went to those Slam Ball tryouts, and that was utterly ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of people that showed up and the no talent that was there. Like like as a joke, it was a terrible thing, and I was just like, this Slam Ball ain't gonna work if they going with these people. So
Yeah.
so you guys actually scout like high school kids, go to colleges and really scout. Y'all don't have like an open tryout where like a street baller could come and just jump in.
Well, we have a mixture of that. We'll scout players to come in and have a trial with us. But yeah, we usually will have like I was posting on Facebook and Instagram, who's social media saying we having tryouts. If you think as though you want to play for us, or you come play. Yeah, we do a mixture. So we do scouting, we do tryouts. We had like 3 tryouts. Got a core group of players, but we're always still looking for players. So, because it's a revolving door, because what happens here, some players might get signed during the middle season to go like overseas or go somewhere else. So we're always looking for players to come in, take a look at them. They might play with the team, and then if they're looking good, they get signed.
Um, okay, so how do y'all? What's the process of generating the income? Because I'm looking at the WNBA and I'm looking at them women complaining about the money, and my process is, hey, listen, I don't know why they don't got money. I watch the WNBA a lot. I enjoy the product, right? And but they don't have money. And then people go, oh, they got a $250 million television deal, and I said that deal was stretched over 10 years. So it's still not enough money to pay these to make millionaires out of these star players. So they still got to do their income. So I'm wondering, like, how does a league like the ABA kind of like generate funds to pay these guys, or are these guys not looking for it? They got to go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so different GMs have different budgets. The ABA gets paid off the GMs. I mean, well, the owners with their dues, they're paying dues into the ABA, so that's how they generate their money. But I'll take our owner, Rasana, for instance. She owns several businesses, so what she does is she'll sign a basic contract, but she also promotes and does like and gets everyone out there doing like community events and things of that nature. Because what happened, we might be able to get sponsors to sponsor them or and their basketball team. So that's a different revenue of pay for them and merchandise sales. So we try to go through all different avenues in order to get them more money um, for themselves and for the team.
Okay, so is it like is it actual structured contracts where a guy will sign a contract to say, hey, I'm going to make this much, or is it like a thing where they go, hey, we can pay you, and sometimes if we don't have the money, is it something like that, or is it like a structured contract where once y'all obligated to pay him, he's got to get that bread?
Yeah, it's a structured contract. Like we negotiate the deal with them. Like we first have the regular contract with this they sign, and it has the rules and regulations. Then we have a compensation period where we bring them in individually and we talk about the compensation. Now whatever is agreed upon, that's what they're going to get paid. Um, and we don't divvy from that unless someone does something to get fined of that nature. But that rarely ever happens. We usually like if we settle on a contract and saying this is how much you're gonna get paid per week or per month, and this is how much you're gonna get paid per year. That's what we're going to pay you, and then with her, she'll have a different stream of the income like the like you if you get like promoted by like if you're like ShopRite and they want to sponsor you, then that'll be a separate stream of income. What she tries to do is actually incorporate you as a business. So everything that comes to you is going to be business instead of going to your like personal accounts and things like that. Your business because if someone wants to sponsor you, things of that nature, you want to promote yourself as a business brand.
Okay. Is there like y'all sell merchandise? Like,
Yes,
could I go and get a Thoroughbreds jersey from someone?
yes, we have it. I believe once the season starts, we'll start having the merchandise out. We'll have jerseys. We have basketballs. She actually owns her own brand of basketball. It's the Johnson basketball. You see it on my page and everything of that nature. But we also had but they play with the ABA basketball with the red, white, and blue basketball too. So we'll have that on sale, but that goes to the ABA. But all the other merchandise, like we'll have shirts, jerseys, hats, things of that nature, and then you could buy anything you want from the Thoroughbred brand.
Okay, so what does a day like? What does your job actually look like? Like, you know what I mean? Because I mean, GM is hard.
Yeah,
I don't
oh,
know if you do something like that because it's like you gotta assess the talent, you gotta pick the players, you gotta, like what is your I don't know how to say it. Like, what is your everyday activity in trying to like do this job?
well, basically, it started off when I came on board. It was actually a little bit late in the game. Usually start in February with the scouting the colleges and things of that nature, and then you'll bring them in. And but my day consisted of trying to get a coach to come in. We actually were going to have a female coach for this year, which is she's very qualified. I'm glad that she's on the team. But we sitting there call like people would call me like during the day. I'm setting up like trying to get meetings to meet players or have them come in and join the team. I'm talking to the owner about certain rules and regulations because since it's my first year, I'm still learning the ropes myself. So we talk about the business aspect and players and getting and setting up practice time, um, setting up the schedule for the games. Like it's a pretty involved process, but majority of my day goes to the players and making sure uh, they're still working out and do they're supposed to do and making sure let them keep them aware of when our next practice is, when our next community event is, um, and things like that. So that's basically what I do during the course of the day.
Okay. And how serious is this being taken? Like is this being taken to the point where like the homegirl might come to you and be like, "Hey, Al, you man, we 2-10, and your ass is fired." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's taken pretty seriously. I like if I gotta cut, like I haven't done it yet, but if I gotta cut people, I gotta cut them. Like we run this like tight shipping, and you can't just like if I know you can't like you can't just jump in here. Yeah, hey, we've been bored. Let me get on the team. Nah, I can't do that. We had probably vet you now. If you still having skill stuff, I know. Yeah, we'll give you run and see. But yeah, it doesn't work like that. Matter of fact, I had a couple of family trying to get in, and they was like, "Hey, it was like, oh, you got the hookup now. We can do this now. We can't. Like, I run this legit. I can't. I cannot be hook you up on any certain thing now. If you want to work with us on business, then that's different. But I just can't be doing anything for everybody.
Now, see, I'm not a good person as far as like with people. I'm not a people person, right? And so for me, I wouldn't be able to do what you're doing because of the simple fact of the matter is like, how do you separate the GM ABA guy from like your coaching these young kids? Because for me, I feel like I would put one of those little kids to the side and be like, "Hey, listen, man, you ain't going to the NBA, but the ABA, I got this ABA going on." You know what I mean? Like, you can come play for me over here, 'cause I don't want to crush a kid's dream, but you got a kid that go, "Hey, man, he might not be good enough, but he can play in our league." Like,
Yeah. Basically, what I do here, I always tell them. I say, hey, there's different avenues on how you play this game. So I said, the ABA is one avenue for you, like because you might not be ready yet for the NBA. You might be ready for the ABA. You might be ready for overseas. You might be ready for G League. Like there's different avenues for you to go. So don't give up on your dream.
oh
If
no,
I can help you here, by doing what we got, like you play for us, and I can help you because my whole goal is going to help you move to the next step.
I
So
see
that's
the
what.
spin. I see the spin. Instead of see me, I'll be like, "Yo, you ain't got it, kid." But I see the spin. You got it, but you don't got all of it. You ain't ready yet. I see how you do it. I mean, I don't like to discover children too, but see, that's me. I'm not that dude. I'm the dude that when kids is going, "Oh, I can't wait to get to the NBA," and I'm looking at them and I go, "Oh, yeah, maybe not."
I mean, we tell like tell them now, like like we say like not all of y'all gonna make it, but like you might be like my job really here is to set you up, even if it's not for basketball, to set you up as a decent human being. Like this game gives you structure. So I'm trying to basically build you up to be a, a a valuable person in life. Like even though if you're not playing, like you'll have the skills and you'll have the fundamentals in order to make it anywhere. Like if you can play basketball and you can get the fundamentals right, then you can basically apply that to other things in life.
Yeah, that's another thing because I go, I'm more on the football side, and I go to my son was playing pee wee football for a while and all that, youth football, and I go to these football games and there are no fundamentals, and then I go to the practices and there are no fundamentals. And I try to get in and coach because I played football. I played for a little bit in West. I ain't play long because like I said, I ain't go to school much. But I played in like semi-pro leagues and stuff like that when I got older and stuff. And I know fundamentals of football. And then I go and I try to coach, and these guys was hating and didn't want me to coach, and it was fighting and arguing. I'm like, these kids is not learning. They're playing football in an league like they on the street. And so I'm like, and then I go and I watch these AAU games, and a lot of these AAU basketball games are give it to the tall kid or give it to the kid who thinks he's Michael Jordan, and everybody else just kind of stands there, gets out the way, and it's all isolation basketball, and it's terrible. And people go there and eat it up. And so I'm like, how do you keep your kids and your players to go, hey, listen, I know you think you Jordan, but we gotta play some team ball here.
Yeah, it's sometimes it gets tricky. Like AAU like nowadays like it's basically a money grab. So like they don't care who playing or what have you. They just trying to get paid, get that money from you. And since it says that it's AAU, a lot of parents they like, oh, okay, it's AAU, they put them the next step. But most of these coaches they just really in it for themselves. They're not really trying to coach. Um, but how we keep it here, like it's me and three other coaches. And we've been building them up. We've been coaching the kids since the fourth grade. So we go from fourth to eighth, and then we'll start the process all over again. Go back and do another fourth grade, and we build them up structure wise. So we keep majority of the same team every year. So we bring them along, and we keep harboring like fundamentals and things of that nature. And it can be tough because sometimes the kid might play for different teams, so they're being told different things. So they come here thinking they're the showstopper and things like that. No, they're like there's always somebody bigger and better than you. And we have brought in the high school coaches. We have brought in like actual college players and things of that nature that came through the program, and we try to let them tell them like, hey, look, you have to start now in order to get your fundamentals in and get your structure going, because if you don't, you'll be lost up here. Like right now, like we're being nice right now. Once you get into high school and college, them coaches, they be on you. They do not care. They'll talk to you any type of way. So like we trying to get you ready now, so when you go there, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and I also knew that I was talking to the right person because, like I said, I've never known you to be involved in no bullshit. You always been a cool kid, you know what I'm saying, as far as I know, and all that. And so I like the fact that you emphasize too that some of this is not just about basketball. You keeping young men off the streets, you teaching them how to be like productive adults and stuff like that. Because it's amazing to me how some of these guys in the NBA and some of these guys in the NFL be straight knuckleheads, bro. Be doing
Mhm.
things over the top, and I'm like, your talent was great, but nobody told you that as a man, this is not how we behave. These are
Mhm.
things that you're hindering your future, you're cutting your pay, you're doing all this dumb stuff. And it's like, that's because, like you said, these coaches don't care. If this kid's balling, he can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
He can cuss, he can be disrespectful, he can be whatever he want to be. And it's like, I like the fact that you said like we're nurturing these kids to be grown men too, and not just to learn how to play basketball. I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some kids that I coach like eighth grade, and I still see them to this day, and they say thank you because they're doing good things. Like even like some of them not playing basketball, but they're doing like things like in the business world, and they're making their mark known, and it's all because we never left them. I have like daughters. I don't have any sons, so everybody I coach, I'm like, yeah, I treat y'all as my son. I'm like, this is more than just basketball to me. So like I want to have you be the best person you can be because you know, um, as a black man, we're like it's like three times as difficult as anything else to try to do some stuff. You got to do it three times better. And I'm trying to get to that point. Like, look, listen, we got to work, and I'm here to help you and work with you. Don't think because when after you leave me that I'm not accessible. Like I'll see you down the road. I might catch you at a Walmart. And you say, hey, I'm checking up on you. Like I'm making sure you're good. Like I do not want to like I want to have the opportunity that I'm gonna give people the opportunity that I didn't have. Like I grew up like I mean my dad in my life now, but I grew up I didn't have a father like that. So I want to be like this the father figure and everything. That's just my nature. Just to nurture everybody and try to move along no matter who they are.
Yeah. Now, back to the ABA. Do y'all emphasize like a health regimen for y'all players? Like, do y'all tell them like, hey, y'all need to be on this kind of diet, y'all need to be in this kind of physical shape? Because it's amazing to me that Luka Doncic can keep showing up fat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm amazed by that because I'm like, did nobody tell him that you kind of do got to be in shape for this sport? Like you got to do things. And so with you, with coaching for the ABA, I know that there are guys that might not think of it as being serious. So do you got to? How hard is it for you to keep these guys and say, hey, listen, man, y'all got to drink water, y'all got to be healthy, y'all can't party on the weekends and all that kind of stuff that like kind of physically wise don't keep them straight.
Yeah, I mean some of that. It all depends. Some of that is like the contract on what we send to you. Like you like don't do certain things like like drugs and everything that because you know the drug test will come through, but we try to keep on staying narrow. Like our coaches would like actually be like, hey, like if you can follow this regimen, it might help you out. Like it's never really as you have to do it or else. It's a suggestion, but you have to be amenable to it. Like it because they do know it's like all right if you coming out of shape or you're not fit to do this, you're not going to be here for long. And for most of y'all, like it's like pretty much your last shot. Like you on your like your only shot to like to do something and make a name for yourself. That's why a lot of people like still looking to do this because they like you might not got that opportunity like anywhere else. So you're here trying to make a name and like yeah, we're like yeah, like I see you here, you like you're a little bit weight or something like that, but this is what we suggest for you to do in order to keep you like get you down to where you want to be. And most of the time they're like yeah, like I understand. I came in here, got the opportunity. I'm working. We had one of the coaches here. We a couple weeks ago we was actually out on the track pushing sleds, doing sprints, everything. It was like we trying to get them right for the season because you know if you ain't got the stamina, you ain't fit, you gonna burn out real fast.
See, and see that can't be me. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a good people person because I'll come in and see one of them and be like, oh, it was Burger King, huh? You like Burger King, huh? You know, I can't function right. No, because for me, my concept is like, yeah, like you said, this is your last chance. You're here to get a shot. We giving you an opportunity. So if you show up fat, bro, like I'm gonna have a problem with you. Like I'm really gonna be mad. Like, and I don't understand it because when I see Luca, and I'm like, and everybody was like, "Oh, the Mavericks should have traded Luca," and I'm like, "Man, I think the players was in that locker room telling him to get his fat ass in shape." Like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. I know you making all this money, you doing all this, you the future of the league, star of the league and everything, and you showing up fat, man. It's like it's almost disrespectful in a way, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, if I was in your situation, I would be like, hey man, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to showcase yourselves where you won't have this opportunity anywhere else. Like, and if you're really serious about this, you shouldn't be coming in here fat. You shouldn't be
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah, but you can tell, like, if somebody come in and you can tell they're not in shape, so I'm gonna pull them to the side like, hey, look, like I see that you want. I'll give you one good example. My brother, my brother Dion, he's actually on the team this year, right? Now he had ACL surgery in the beginning of the year, so he came back. He actually came in there overweight, and he was struggling like to still go through it. I'm like, hey, I'll keep pulling to the side like this. Hey, you got to continue to work, get that weight down. Because like coach is not going to give you the opportunity if you sitting there, you windy, you trying to run up and down the court. And he's been working. He's been shedding the pounds. He's been getting himself back fit, and it works. So it's usually that nudging that you need, and especially if we family. So I'm like, look, I said I'm being nice. Like like I'm telling you this now. If you don't get it like on and cracking, the coach is not gonna give you an opportunity like that. And like he got the hint, so he wound up doing what he's supposed to do.
Because I'll be like this. If he came to me and he said, hey, man, how come I only got 5 minutes? And one time I should have told him, man, you're not going to die on my watch. Okay? You can't breathe. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? What do you mean? Now, how how are the games structured? Are they structured 4 quarters or are they structured like a half and a half, like in college?
4 quarters, 4 12-minute quarters. But the ABA is a little bit different. They're
Y'all doing
more,
full NBA style?
huh?
Y'all doing full NBA style?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Damn. I didn't expect that at all.
yeah. But this is where it differs though, because ABA is based on like a fast break style. So if you steal the ball and and you score, that won't be 2 points. It might be 3 to 4 points. Like if you do certain things, they'll give you more points. So so that's why you might see an ABA game. Like if you check out the scores this year, it might be like 178 to 150. You be like, where is this coming from? Like why are they scoring that? Because the extra points. They run a different style. Like I'll still get used to it. I'm like, wait a minute, how are we doing this? Like yeah, so it's kind of like I see a G League where if you making a foul shot, if you make one, they'll give you 2 points. Like they're like you won't have to shoot the second. It's almost like that, but it's a lot of fast paced stuff. It's going to be a lot of look like it's barn burn like you playing an All Star game every time. You know how you see the East versus West. They'd be like 180 versus like 160. You like, man, what the heck happened? Like you think they're not playing defense, but what they doing here is they just like if you do certain things, if you steal the ball a lot, it's going to be a lot of points.
That sounds insane. That sounds like you got to be in more shape in the NBA because in the NBA, Steph Curry can get the ball and casually walk across the half court. You know what I mean? But if I'm saying I can get 4 points for still in the layup, it's full court pressure every time. Like, you know what I mean? So you got to be almost like in better shape than the NBA a little bit. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now, is it a thing where because I always had this belief that and now with the NIL money you can't say it no more. But back in the day, before the NIL shit started, I used to always tell good basketball players like, dude, try to go overseas because Oh, because I thought that college wasn't the real outlet, especially when you don't have money, especially when you're not getting scholarships. I always felt like if you didn't get a scholarship to play ball in college, then college might not be the place for you to expand your career. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you was good enough, you would get a scholarship. So you might be, like you said, you ain't ready yet.
Mhm.
So is it a thing where it's like you said, the ABA provides the opportunity to a kid like that, or do you get the hashtag on an 18-year-old that says, "Hey, listen, I'm trying to go to college. I ain't trying to do the ABA shit."
Well, you get both. I don't like if you play for us. I tell them I say my goal is from in 1 to 2 years to get you to the next level where it's at. Like if it's overseas, I'm trying to get you there. If you're doing other stuff like get the G League, I'm trying to get you there. If you tell me like I don't want to do the ABI, do college, that's fine. And I'll tell you, I say okay. I said if anything happens or you keep this in mind. If it doesn't work out, then you can always come over here and talk to us. Like I'm always willing to give the opportunity to. But yeah, there's a couple kids that actually said they did the college. I'd rather do college. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna stop you doing that because might be. I mean, one thing to get seen, but then they might actually do do the schooling thing. Like they doing both. So I'm never going to tell you not to do it. But if you looking to go like if you trying to like I don't want to go college route. I want to do overseas, and I'm trying to get better. Well, all right. Well, my goal is I don't want to see you here 3 4 years on the same team. I want to see you get better so you have that opportunity to go. And you because our say our first year the first year the Thoroughbreds was in action. Out of the 13 players that played, 8 of them went overseas.
Mm.
And they wound up making their money, and they still contacted but they want to come here. They still want to play for the Thoroughbreds so they can stay in shape. You go back overseas. I'm like, nah, you already got your overseas money. We trying to give new cats a try.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first year, like the most successful year, because they all went.
Do y'all have like what I want to say? Do y'all have like connections with colleges? Like, do y'all go to colleges and try to encourage some of the colleges to come watch some of your players to see if maybe they can get kids that they can offer scholarships to come to school and play, or do y'all not trying to get poached?
Oh no, no, no. We usually like we'll reach out to like sports ads and things of that nature. Like we'll usually ask them like if they have players that like just recently graduated anything that they want to send over, or we can ask them like, hey, if you're looking for players, you can come look at our group and see what's going on. We try to do that more with the like the G leagues and stuff like that. Um, because it's more like since the NIL came, you can get paid now, but beforehand you couldn't, and you ain't want to. Like as soon as they get paid, they could consider professional, so you couldn't do that like back then. But now we usually try to do that with the G League. Like, hey, we have players here. Come look at the players here to see if there's anybody that might suit you because I know majority of G League they'll have a trial, but they only looking for one person, and like 350 people show up, and then you only looking for this one person that they trying to get. So we always try to be like, hey, we'll reach out to them like this. Like if you want to, you come to look at the players, or you want to send a player to you to take a look at them to see if you want to sign them and things of that nature. So yeah, we always try to do that. Try to have connects in order to see if we can get a player to the next level.
And so does it, how much weight I want to say does the ABA hold, or have you not experienced that yet? Like, have you had enough weight where you could call somebody and be like, "Yo, I'm the GM of the Burlington Thorobreds. I got some players down here. Y'all might want to check out," or like, does it hold that kind of weight, or you can't make those calls yet?
I can't make those calls yet, but the owner she has working relationships with something like the G League or something like that. So they collaborate. After the first year, he had some connections with them, and I had like some connection with the Sixers where we was able to use their court and before the games, before they had the games, we would play our games, and then the Sixers would come out and play. So she would have them connect. I haven't experienced that as of yet. Like I would like to have them connect, but eventually my time will come with it.
Yeah, and what is you under contract? Like, did you sign to say, hey, I'm gonna do it for 3 years, or did she just say, hey, you wait until you ain't it?
Right now we're like when I came on, we like during the off season, we don't like no contract to be discussed until like the start of the season. But like we're in discussions now for me to have a contract. I'm not sure. It might be a year to year basis. I'm not sure. We would have to sit down and discuss that. But I'm very like as long as he won me, I'm willing to be here.
Okay, so you have games, and you have playoffs, and you have like the regional championships. Is there a national champion, or you just if you the championship of your region, you just a champion of that region and that's it?
They'll have it. It all depends on when the season ends because like in different regions the season ends differently. Like it's not there's no none of them ends the same at the same time. So we might have a tournament after where all the winners they might play together and there might be a separate time for like a month and everybody gets together and play and then whittles it down that way. But we like it all depends on like when the season ends and who's available.
And how does the attendance look on games like that? Is it a good crowd, or are you guys trying to like work on that?
Normally it's a good crowd. We're always promoting and we're always selling tickets like to try to get more people in the stands. This year we're working with Verve TV, trying to get the game streamed on Verve. That's Verve is part of Roku, so we're trying to get the game streamed so more eyes can look at us play, and that's a different thing that we haven't had before. So like the indoor crowd like has been nice. We trying to get like we have go to places that hold like 1,500. I mean, it's like it's a lot of people for us. It might be small like in some areas, but it's still a lot like people. So um, and the more we put ourselves out there, the more people that will show up.
I ain't knocking on 1,500. I'm watching AEW in 2,300 arena. So, yeah, 1,500 ain't small. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause AEW's at 2,300 arena, and I go up in there and watch it whenever they come.
Yeah.
So I mean, I ain't mad at it. What's the range of like ticket prices? Is it a range, or is it just like first come first serve on these seats?
Well, actually, they're pretty reasonable. They're like uh $12 a ticket. So you can have a family come in like $60, like a family five, they'll be in there. It might like sometimes the tickets might be going like if you're doing like VIP or something like that, but no, pretty much the ticket like 12.
And that's what bothers me a lot. Is like I was watching the WNBA finals, and there was a lot of seats available at them games, right? And then I go online, and it's funny. I go online, and in Las Vegas, at the MGM in Las Vegas, some of those seats for the WNBA finals was $8, bro. And I'm like, why is the people not here for $8 to see a WNBA finals game in Las Vegas? I would have took my if I lived out there, I would have took my whole family. We would have been at every game. And so I'm just like, why are people not supporting this? You know what I mean? It's like I don't understand it at all, bro.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's promotion. It's about now they're promoted, but I don't know if they're promoted the way they should be. Uh, I know for us, we try to get out the mud. We're always in the visual, like being with the community, uh, trying to get the word out, word of mouth. like put social media, like we're always trying to get out there to bring eyeballs, like bring butts to the seats. You might as well say bring eyeballs to the stage. Um, but that's what we try to do. We it don't stop. It don't stop. It's like we always try, like, cause yeah, if you want to promote yourself properly, it's like people like I never heard of you. Like, and I know that happened a couple times. Like I heard like people lived in the area and they like I never even heard we had a team here. I'm like so I like well what we have to do better promotion. Like that like we have to put it out there, like get better the sponsors will help us out tremendously with that too. If you see we with ShopRite, we with like Uber or something like that, and they see it like, oh, okay, they from the Thoroughbreds. Like now we're being known. So that's like it's all about promotion in the mind.
Well, I ain't Joe Rogan or nobody, but but my podcast plays live here on Facebook. It plays live on YouTube, and it plays on Big Mouth Radio every Thursday night at 7 p.m. So there's three places where it plays. I ain't saying to get a lot of views, but it plays on here. That's some promotion, and I'm going to promote it on my page. And I got a starting five podcast. I do it with a group of guys from New York City. I'm going to tell them about it, and I'm not Joe Rogan, but I'm going to promote it because this is amazing to me, and it's outstanding that I didn't know about this. Like I'm a sports guy. I watch everything. I'll be watching pickleball sometimes on the Ocho. You do not know about this. But I'm definitely going to promote it. And like I said, I like to see my black people doing things that are positive and outside of rapping and outside of like making it to the NBA, because that's all they think we can do. We either got to be a comedian, a rapper, or a sports guy. And I'm like, no, we can be somebody like hell and be like a GM of a pro team and a cool dude and a mentor and all these good things that people don't get to see. Not me. But I done fucked up too much. I'm past that. But I still like to see other brothers that have the capabilities and the opportunities to do this and give other black men and people opportunities and be positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you promote everything here. It's been a whirlwind. Like actually the past month it started going real fast since we now about to start this season. So I'm just glad the opportunity to put everything out there, show what we got, and move forward, and just to show other people, yeah, there is a different avenue for us. We don't have to we shouldn't be pigeonholed into like 2 to 3 different things. You can do anything you want to, and good things come to those who wait, and good things come to good people. So if you willing to just because one road has closed, don't mean there's a bunch of different side streets you can go to and get back on that main road. You know what I'm saying?
So what I need from you, I need you to send me like whatever the schedule is of the games because $12, maybe even I might even go 24 and get the VIP. But I promise. I ain't gonna show up to all of them, but I'm gonna show up to a couple of the games. And I'm for sure gonna get one of them jerseys because I saw the Thoroughbreds logo and I like that. So I think that jersey will be fire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not into wearing jerseys no more like back in the day, but I'll rock that just like on my podcast or something like that because, like I said, I've been putting my Lisper logo on my shirts, and just random people ask me sometimes like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? So it's like, just to get that out there too, like I'll wear that jersey somewhere just to get people to ask me about it. You know what I'm saying? And my sister does. She does a lot of those like when they have those little group, those little carnivals and stuff like that, or those little things where they handing out free stuff like back to school days stuff like that. She does a lot of that kind of stuff, and I
Okay.
can help her pack up or something. So if I go to one of those, I can have my thoroughbred jersey on, and I might even act like I play a little bit of something, right? I'm saying, but I just want to, yeah, just if you can send me the schedule and whatever, and yeah, I'm gonna show up to some of them games, and I'm definitely gonna get a jersey, and I'm going to try my best to promote this. Like I said, I don't have many views and listens, but because I kind of do this for fun, it's a hobby, it's bullshit to me. But when it's serious, I really try to be serious. You know, like usually I'm on my show and I'm cussing and I'm acting a fool, and now I'm over here being all calm and respectful and all that because I really appreciate you doing this as a person, and I really appreciate you even like giving me the opportunity to interview you because you could have just been like, dude, you ain't nobody, you know. You could have been trying to get the Joe Button or one of them. You know? So I appreciate you showing up, man, and like I said, man, keep doing good work. And you know, I'm proud, bro, because like I said, a lot of people that come from the neighborhood we come from, bro, ain't doing shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. So I'm
when I
glad
look
that I'm with you.
when I look at black men that work, not the street, good dads, good mentors, and all things like this, and hopefully maybe you can get up that ladder to be an owner. Yeah. And I ain't asking for a job. I'm just saying you'll be an owner. Like, you know, maybe we can revisit this again when the thoroughbreds are big and you own some shit or something, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
all right, man, I'll let you go.
Huh?
Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, thanks for having me on, man. Anytime. Next time we might go. Have me on. We can talk about some wrestling too. Yeah, I'm always down for that.
Oh, I'll do some wrestling shows now. And
Yeah.
I got some things to say.
Actually, me and my boy, we going to that event at the ECW arena. Well, I think it's like near Halloween or something like that.
Battleground?
Yeah, for Battleground. Yeah.
I might be at that battleground. I don't know. I'm trying to get because I don't like to go by myself with my brother right now. He acting like he ain't trying to do it. But
Oh,
what I'm really doing though, I'm going December 13th. I'm gonna be in DC because I'm getting tickets to John Cena last match. I'm gonna be in that building, bro. I
mm.
don't know how. I'm gonna figure that out because I'm about to be in that building.
Yeah,
So
that's gonna be something.
real quick before you go, real quick, since you got on the wrestling, right? Who Who is John Cena's final opponent?
Oh man, I was thinking they might revisit the Brock Lesnar thing again. Like as his like he got to come up with against him, but I don't know. Like he still like I know what's name unless he wants to give it to a new guy like what was the guy's name uh that just lost his title in NXT Big
Oh,
Bull,
Trick Williams?
not Trick Williams, real big dude,
Owen.
Oba, because
Oh,
Oba did an interview saying he wants to retire John, so he
that's
said
interesting.
he wants to be John's last match. So if John goes that route, I would love to see that.
They were saying Gunther too. They were throwing Gunther out there.
Yeah, that'll be a good thing for Gunther to come back and do it.
Just not Goldberg. Just not
No,
Goldberg.
no, no, I do not want to see not at all. I rather see Undertaker come back for one more match and see Goldberg.
No, 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 we ain't doing that now. I mean,
No,
could we? No.
no,
No, no,
I'm just saying. I'd rather see him than see Goldberg. You know what I'm
I think if they're going to go with an old school guy, I think they probably would take The Rock because he's been currently wrestling a little bit more, and he's proven that he still can get in the ring and give a match. So if they're going to go that route, I think it's The Rock.
that'll be a good one to have them because they both want like 1-1, so that'll be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I hope he. I know he's got 4 matches left. I hope one of them is the Miz. Because he got to get the Miz back too.
Yeah,
So we'll
that would
see.
be
All
yeah.
right, man. I guess that's it. All right. So
All right, man.
thanks for having you. And like I said, we'll do this again. And I'm definitely like, if you give me that information, I'm definitely gonna pull up, and I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna cop one of them jerseys too. Not a basketball. I don't need that, but I'll get a jersey.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for having me, man. Anytime. Like, I'll get you that. I'll get schedule stuff soon, and then we'll work from there.
All right, man. Thanks.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
So what do I do? All right. So I guess that's the end of the show. I don't have nothing else to say. I don't have no. Do I have any shout outs? I'm gonna shout out Harold for coming. I'm gonna shout out the Burlington Thoroughbreds. I'm gonna shout out the ABA. I didn't even know that the ABA still existed, so I'm gonna shout that out. I'm always gonna shout out my commanders. I don't care if I'm in Bird Gang World or whatever they say. I stand on business with that. The NBA season is starting. I saw Luca last night, so he ain't. They said he was in shape, but he ain't. We'll talk about that, and that's it. And like I said before, I had Harold on. I knew Harold from high school. I brought him in because I saw him, and I always saw Harold. I always saw him on Facebook and things like that. And I always said, "Look at Harold! Look at Harold! Look at Harold!" Because he was wearing suits, and then I saw him with his wrestling belts, and I saw him doing things. And I always said, "Look at Harold! Look at Harold! Look at Harold!" And I always had in the back of my head that I would bring him on for a wrestling show because I know he's a wrestling fan. But it never just clicked to call him. It never just clicked to bring him on. And then when I saw what he was doing and I saw the whole Thoroughbreds thing, and I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to shine a light on somebody that literally grew up in my same neighborhood, literally went to the same high school with me, and is doing good things in the community. And then I knew I picked the right person because, like he said, it ain't just about basketball. We teaching these kids how to be good, productive adults. We giving them life lessons and all that kind of shit. We care about our players. We offer them opportunities to further their future and all that. And that's the kind of shit that I want to promote on my show. I want to be positive, even though I've seen negative and I talk a lot of bullshit. I do. And I troll a lot of people. I do, but that's me. That's me. And that's when I'm on my bullshit. But right now, like I said today, I try to keep it cool. I try to keep it professional. I try to keep it serious. I try to big up my man. And I'm going to keep my word because y'all know I stand on business. I stand on business. So when that Burlington Thoroughbred season starts, your man is going to have a jersey. Me and whatever two. I ain't taking all of them. I can't take all my kids. I got to deal with a lot of damn kids. But me and whatever two kids I choose to pull up with me is going to be in the building. Okay, and we're going to be clapping and we're going to be supporting. And plus, if they get this on TV, y'all got to watch it because it seems exciting. Y'all heard what he said. There's 4-point plays, possibly 5-point plays. You heard he said the score 150 to 178. They be running it up. I want to see some of that as fast take action. He said it's like an NBA All-Star game, which I don't enjoy because of the caliber of NBA players. They shouldn't be doing that. But I will enjoy it when the Burlington Thoroughbreds and the Denver Cockadoos, I don't know. He said it was regional, so it wouldn't be the Burlington Thoroughbreds. The Connecticut Skywalkers, whatever they want to call themselves, I don't care. I'm going to be at that game. And I thank you to the people who was in here, a couple of people that came through. I thank you for, nobody commented, so I can't thank you for the comments. And like I said, I'm here. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Spotify. And I'm on Big Mouth Radio Thursdays at 7 p.m. And shout out to Big Mouth Radio. And there's a lot of podcasters on Big Mouth Radio that y'all need to shout out. I can't think of them right now off the top of my head. I know Codex Prime is on there. I know the UWO podcast is on there if you like wrestling. I know that Sports Talk with C is on that station if you like sports talk and you like to get a woman's perspective. And I think that's it. So with that being said, once again, I like to thank Harold for showing up. I like to thank the people that showed up to here today. I'm even thinking the people that I know is going to watch this later. And with that being said, I'm out.